Hi there, and welcome back to Alive and Well's Daily Dose, your daily dose of support. Now, we know that this is a stressful time for everyone, for our children, for our families, for all in our community. And so during this time, Alive and Well is committed to helping you take excellent care of yourselves. Because as we know, our health is our wealth. And so today I'm really excited as we talk about music. And to help us do that, we have Wes with us. Now,
It's nice to be here. Thank you.
I just want to share a little bit about Wes. Wes is a musician himself. He's a retired elementary school music teacher, and he is the music director for a local church. So we're really excited to have this expertise with us today. So again, Wes, thank you so much for joining.
You're welcome. It's a joy to be here. Thank you.
Now, Wes, we know that music is incredibly powerful, and sometimes we take its power for granted. We know that music can really help to lift our mood, especially during a stressed time. What are some of the other benefits of music?
Music can really change a person's mood. I use it when I go to the gym for some type of music, but then sometimes if I want to relax or I'm stressed, I'll use different music to change my mood. It can be used as a rhythmic structure to help your breathing. Music can help you visualize other places and bring happiness through guided imagery.
Mm-hmm. No, I love that, and I think it's crucial to note that music can not only help us lift our mood, but sometimes music can help depress our mood. So that's just how powerful music is. So recognizing what is it for us that we need in that moment and how to do whatever we need that music to do for us. So I just want to share with you all that we are live, and if you have comments to share, please feel free to share those comments and any questions that you may have. We want you to interact with us. So Wes, I know that sometimes during this period of social distancing, we may be just stuck at home because it's starting to get really chilly outside, and it can start to feel claustrophobic when we're inside. How is it that we can use music to provide us an escape while we may be confined to the inside spaces?
And during this time of social isolation, distancing, it can really affect your mood. But music can really bring out lots of wonderful things. And they do not have to be really hard. They can be real easy. Maybe you have a favorite musical playlist and you can listen to your headphones and put it on. Maybe you want to take a walk in the park. Or maybe if you have a pet, maybe you want to walk your dog and listen to the music. They can be really simple activities that can really elevate your mood and bring you lots of joy.
I love that, and thinking about, it doesn't have to be complex how we integrate music. It can be really simple. I know I really enjoy putting in my headphones and listening to music. So what are activities we can do with music while we're inside, whether we're children or whether we want to change up the environment a little bit and do something as a family unit maybe?
Well, there's lots of things that you can do together or alone. Other things, sometimes if your families and you need space to yourself, sometimes maybe you just want to take a nice bubble bath and listen to some relaxing music there. Or maybe you want to go into your own space and listen to some relaxing music while you read a book. Those are some things you might want to do by yourself. But on the other hand, there's some wonderful musical things that you can do as a group. And so if you're with a family, you can do things together and it will elevate the whole family, plus it'll bond you and give you more time together.
Yeah. So what are some of those things we can do to help us bond?
You can sing together, you can create songs, you could play rhythm games. Those are some things. And also, I know with children being out of school, you may want some educational things, and a lot of these musical things not only elevate your mood, they also are great educational tools. So you may want to do some clapping games where one person's the leader of your group, and it could be a clapping game with 2 people, 3 people, however many. And one person just claps a rhythm, and the other person tries to follow. And they go until the person can't follow, and then they can trade turns, and it's someone else's turn. But it could be more than just clapping. Maybe you want to change and do snaps, or you could pat. There's so many different choices that you have.
I might not do so well at following the rhythm, so I might not do so well.
Well, there's other things that you could do without even rhythm. You could play some music, and you could do a mirroring game. I know I like to use a song by Eric Satie, Gino Petit, and it's a French word, and it's spelled Gymnopedie, and it's easy to look up on YouTube, and it's great, and you can mirror, and so the other person mirrors the activity that you're doing, and you go, and then you can take turns being the leader and the follower, or as it goes along, you can have one person be the leader and just kind of then pass it off to the other person and trade back and forth visually while you listen with the music.
I love that, moving with the music and the other person following there. Are there other things that we can do?
You can create your own soundscape with found objects. You can go around the house on like a treasure hunt, and you can go into the kitchen's a great space to find things. You can tap on things with different utensils and hear how like a bowl sounds different than a metal pan, or if you have a colander, scraping the colander, and just kind of go on a musical sound treasure hunt.
That's really funny that you mentioned that. Last night I was making pasta, and I was kind of using the box as the pasta was still in there as just kind of the shaker while I was shaking it up and cooking and not even realizing it. And so thinking about all the unique objects we can find around the house to create a musical band even.
There are lots of sounds around the house, and you can put them together and create stories or compare how it's like the weather. So you can lots of sound options.
And then if you're a family, you can be a whole band together as you've found these instruments around the house. You don't even have to have like a piano or a flute.
No.
It's just the instruments around the house. Oh, that's so creative. Now, what are things that children can engage in to really help them during this time? Because we know with all this uncertainty, finding an escape is something that's necessary. And music can be such a great escape for children.
There are many wonderful things out there. A lot of times you can find many things on YouTube, and so you can look up lots of story songs like Peter and the Wolf and Carnival of the Animals, and there are actual songs that are written for children that provide this imagery, and the children can sit and they can draw what they're listening to. They can act out the stories.
Oh, that's really creative. Yeah. Now, I know as we were talking, you mentioned also those hand clapping games.
Oh, yeah.
Now, can you tell us a little bit more about those hand clapping games? Because they bring back fond memories from childhood for me.
Hand clapping games have been around for over 100 years, And so they're really great. Kids have enjoyed them for years. And they could be simple ones like patty cake, but they can be more advanced like Miss Mary Mac. Miss Mary Mac, 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 all dressed in black, black, black. So they have hand clapping games for all ages. And if you're not sure, you can easily Google them. You can also see examples and hear the music that goes with some of them on YouTube. There's wonderful clapping games, and they're lots of fun.
And if you have that creativity, you can even find a song and create your own kind of hand clap to it.
Yes. One thing that makes easy for creating things is nursery rhymes and simple stories like the Three Little Pigs, where you can make your own storyline and make little music, and you can make your own little opera or a little musical thing, and you make up little songs about what's happening with familiar childhood stories.
No, I love all these creative ways about how we can get kids active, how we can get families to engage with one another, and kind of reduce some of that stress of the mundane or the routine. So that's really creative. Now, Wes, if someone's wanting to do this and maybe they want more resources, where might they turn to?
There's lots of things online that are available. YouTube is a wonderful source. I often use Music K8 because they have lots of videos that are fun for people of all ages. Another thing is Brain Breaks, and you can easily just type in Brain Breaks, and there's lots of different resources available with Brain Breaks. And on a brain break, you have movement where you move with the music, and it just gives you a chance for your whole body to relax. It helps take away the stress, and hence the name Brain Break. It gives your brain a little break, and your body can rest, and it really reduces the stress. And if you're anxious, it takes that away.
So Wes, we have a question from someone tuning in, and that question is when I'm stressed or when I'm anxious or when I'm even feeling overwhelmed like I may be right now, where is it that you as a musician turn to find new and inspirational music when we may not be in a space to put a playlist together?
Ooh, that's a good thing, because you don't always have your music pre-planned. I know, like when I go to the gym, I like to find a genre or a style of music that helps me motivate me to do cardio, because I really don't like cardio. And so for me personally, I like EDM music, and so then I just go through in my music thing, and then I listen, and if I don't really like that DJ one, I just skip it and go to a new one and find one, and then some of those favorites I put in, and I build a playlist kind of favorite things. But sometimes maybe I'm not looking for something to help with cardio. Sometimes I've had a long day at work or something, and I'm in the car, and so some days I'll put in like spa radio, and I'll be listening for something. So the style of music can really make a difference. And try different ones. If one doesn't help, it's okay. Just try a different style.
And you know, yesterday in talking with Michelle about mindfulness, thinking about when we may be really anxious, what is something that soothes us and helps to calm us down? Or maybe we may be feeling more depressed and lethargic and apathetic, and finding music that might be more upbeat that helps to lift us up and energize us, just like you were mentioning between the cardio and a stressful day. So also understanding what you need in the moment to help take excellent care of yourself. You know, I really love those suggestions. Now, as part of our challenge today, Our daily challenge for Daily Dose is twofold. One, we are putting together 3 playlists as Alive and Well communities to help you find something that you can just easily access on Spotify. But we really need your help for this. We've got 3 different categories and we need your input on which songs to put in those categories. Our categories are dance music, sing along, and then cool vibes to help us relax. So you'll see in the comments below that those 3 categories will be posted, and we need your input about how to build out those playlists. Once those playlists are built out, we'll post them for easy access for people to just click on and be able to access on Spotify. So that way you don't even have to worry about creating a playlist. And it's also a way that you can help support others build that Alive and Well community. Another thing that we have is part of our daily challenge. So we really want to think, as you're taking excellent care of yourselves during this time, that how is it you can integrate music? So making sure you find a way to integrate music to just break up the routine, as you may find yourself just stuck at home, or you may find yourself stressed out. So with this, we want to say thank you for tuning in. Wes, thank you so much for joining us. And also be sure to tune in tomorrow as we work with some regional experts and ambassadors about how do we integrate yoga at home without needing any of that yoga equipment. So tune in for more suggestions as we support each other during this difficult time. Thanks so much.
Thank you.